Hey, 7th grade, this is my second attempt to get this video done. So I'm going to speed through it because this is crazy. It's driving me crazy. The first word, schism, it could be pronounced schism. Okay. It is a division. Now, it's not only the act of people dividing into groups, but the different groups can be called a schism as well. So it's a group that broke apart from another group. That's what a schism is. All right, a faction of people breaking away from another group. All right, a larger group. That's a schism. Number 2, jar. Oh, go back up. Did I tell you it was a noun? Schism is a noun. Number 2, jar can be a noun or a verb. If you're hungry for a pickle, you go to the pickle jar, and it's a container, glass container, cylinder usually. The verb form of jar is if you get a sudden, you're falling asleep in class and the teacher kicks your chair and you're like, jarred awake. All right, it's a sudden stimulation, and it jars you back into being aware of what's going on around you. Number 3, fallible is an adjective, and I see the word fall in that, and that helps me remember what it means. Fallible means you're able to fall. Now, because you're clumsy? No, but because we're sinful, we can make mistakes, and that's what fallible means. Able to make mistakes. God alone is infallible. He does not make mistakes. All right, but man is fallible. We mess up. All right, we fall away from the paths of righteousness. Okay. Number 4, industry. It could be a business, a certain industry. All right. U-Haul is in the moving industry. Okay, or it could be the work that you're completing. You know, academic industry, when you guys are all working on a project, you might be described as doing some academic industry. Okay. Number 5, go back. Industry is a noun. Demean is a verb, and you hear the word mean in there. That's what somebody being mean to you, that's what demean is. When they say something insulting or belittling or mean, cruel. All right, if they insult you, they demean you. Number 6, loquacious. Loquacious is an adjective, and we've had a synonym of loquacious before, and that is garrulous. Means talk. And I'm thinking 7th grade girls, beginning of the day in the hall, could be considered loquacious. Okay? Very talkative. Number 7, euphemism. Euphemism is a noun, and we've talked about this word before. Let me help you recall when we read The Giver, and we defined what a euphemism was. When they, instead of saying they would murder people, they would release them. They used what they thought was a kinder term for harsh reality, and that's what a euphemism is. A kinder expression for a harsh reality. Okay, and we talked about how sometimes we use like so-and-so passed away, and as opposed to saying somebody died. Okay. Number 8, err. This is the verb spelling. The noun spelling is E-R-R-O-R. To err means to sin, to make a mistake, to stray away from the paths of righteousness. All right? Fallible people err. Fallible people err. Okay? Number 9, dulcet. Dulcet is an adjective, and originally dulcet meant pleasing, pleasant to the sense of hearing. You hear the dulcet sounds of the harp filling the room. But then it expanded, so other senses were included, like hot chocolate on a cold winter night can have a dulcet, it could be a dulcet treat. You know, it's a soothing sort of treat. Okay. Number 10, chaff. Chaff is a waste that comes off of wheat grain after it's gone through the threshing process. It's the waste, it's the skin, the husk of the grain that falls to the ground after it's, like I said, gone through the threshing process. Like corn on the cob, you have the outside, the husk that you take off, you know. Okay, well, and you throw it away. The grain has that sort of hard shell that is just waste. All right, farmers burn it. Okay, that's the chaff. It's so now it has expanded in meaning to mean any leftover waste. That's chaff. Okay. 11, inundate. Inundate is a verb, pretty common one. If you are inundated with homework, it means, oh boy, you're overwhelmed with homework. Okay, you have a bunch. Inundate, once again, is a verb. Number 12, vulgar is an adjective. Vulgar means very base, crude, obscene, kind of nasty. Some people would consider the porter in Macbeth to be kind of crude. His humor is kind of vulgar. All right, it's kind of lewd. Okay. Number 13, amalgam is a noun. Amalgam changed in meaning similar to dulcet. It kind of grew in meaning. An amalgam is an alloy, which is kind of a mixture of silver and mercury. That was its original meaning, and now it has grown to mean just a mixture, an amalgam of, you could have an amalgam of music on your iPod. You have a mixture, all right? Or you can make an amalgam of hot chocolate, you know, putting in different coffee cream flavors, you know, and mixing it up. I put in an amalgam of veggies and fruits in a smoothie. Okay, that's a noun. I want you to skip to 19 because that's a word that's a synonym. Mélange. Mélange is a noun, and it means a mixture. You could have a mélange of greens in your salad and add a mélange of vegetables. Okay. 14, chasten means it's a verb, and a parent would chasten their child because they hope to train that child's heart. All right, train the child to strive to do what's right. Okay, so for moral purposes, all right, disciplining for moral purposes, to work on the child's character. That's when you chasten. All right, and that's a verb.